From rejection to triumph. I stared at the email subject line with a sinking feeling in my gut. Manuscript submission. Rejection was no stranger to me, but this one stung with the sharpness of 1,000 paper cuts. My debut novel, the one I'd poured my heart and soul into, had been turned down again. As I sat in my tiny apartment, surrounded by the oppressive silence of unmet dreams, something inside me snapped, not in defeat, but in defiance. I grabbed my laptop and started typing, not a novel this time, but my story, one I had lived and breathed, one of resilience and relentless pursuit. In the weeks that followed, I poured every ounce of my frustration and hope into this new project. I wrote about the times life had knocked me down, and the moments I found the strength to stand up again. I wrote about the days spent working in a dead-end job, the nights scribbling ideas in dimly lit corners, and the constant battle to silence the inner critic that said I wasn't good enough. Each word was a stitch in the tapestry of my journey, transforming the narrative of rejection into a testament of perseverance. With each keystroke, I felt the weight of failure lift, replaced by a newfound determination. The day I finished, I knew I had created something raw, real, and undeniably mine. I sent my life story to every editor I could find, not with the hope of acceptance, but with the certainty that my truth would resonate. And resonate it did. Within weeks, I received offers not just for publication, but for speaking engagements and interviews. My story wasn't just a manuscript, it was a beacon of hope for others who had faced their own rejections. It was the triumph of authenticity over adversity, a reminder that the only failure is giving up. As I stood on stage at my first book launch, I looked out at a sea of faces, each one a potential dreamer on the brink of giving up. I shared my journey, urging them to embrace their stories, to find strength in setbacks, and to write their narrative of triumph. Because sometimes, the story that changes the world is the one we dare to write after the world tells us no. In that moment, I realized that rejection was never the end, it was merely the beginning of a story that no one could deny.